Hey guys, before we get things rolling, I just wanted to let you know that we're doing a bit of a promotion with the folks here at Flock Designs. They make this fun little pithy shirt as well as a bunch of other stuff. They got mugs and stuff like that. So if you order with the promo code Popcorn15, you get 15% off. And then we get a little piece of that. Helps support the show. So yeah, that'd be great. I'll throw their info down in the show notes and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Ticket Stubs and Popcorn. I am Frank.
And I'm Peter.
Alrighty, today we're going to be talking about Saoirse Ronan. And I said it right, I think.
So I have no idea if we're saying it right.
Thank you, Google,
Saoirse
for
Ronan.
Telling me how to say that name correctly. Because I've heard it so many times, and it's one of those things, she's like, so Saoirse Ronan. She's fantastic, by the way. So,
she's great.
Yeah, so that's who we're going to talk about today. For the end of the show, did you want to bring up a topic? For the end of the show?
We had a question that was posed
listener Debbie
by a listener viewer Debbie, and she said, "Do we have a favorite, or perhaps not favorite,
inauspicious
animated TV show that was made into a movie, a live action.
Like a live action.
Yeah.
Okay, animated to live action. All right, yeah. Oh, I have some thoughts, yeah. The more I think about it, yeah, definitely. So
it definitely
all
happened.
Right. Before Peter starts talking about Saoirse Ronan, and I'm just loving being able to say that correctly. God, I hope it's correct. Anyway, so like and subscribe and check out the podcast and check out our sponsor, Flock Designs. That you heard about at the front. And don't forget our merch. There's a link in the show notes. So go, Saoirse Ronan.
All righty. I just hope that her name really is like, Susan Ryan. And we'll be like, what? We've been pronouncing it wrong all this time? All righty. Saoirse Ronan. Wonderful. American born. I found this out, which I did not know. She's born in America, but she's Irish.
Yes.
All right. So, my first pick is The Lovely Bones.
Okay.
Which there's a lot demanded of her at a fairly young age. Maybe 14. Oh, she plays 14, so she might be 15 as an actress. But I don't know. But at this point, there's a lot demanding of her in this role. She's a murder victim, but she's in many, many scenes. And the few times that you don't see her, we hear her. She's like narrating in a way, and it's just a wonderful thing. It's a very physical, demanding thing. She has a lot of running, just panting, heavy breathing. There's things going on, very emotional. And so much is in her face, because there's this wide-eyed wonderment when she's alive and experiencing life, and maybe a little bit of love. She's, there's just so much there.
With her face, yes,
and
that's
then
my
there's
big
that
thing
other
about her.
weird, not so much wonderment, but the bewilderment when she's in whatever she's in after her death, like a limbo, purgatory, whatever that level is before she gets to heaven or whatever she's going, wherever she is going to end up. And so she's watching.
I know where I'm going.
Yeah. So she's like watching over her family, because once again, it's so much emotion. Now she's like, worried about her family, her mother and her father. They're dealing with it separately, different ways. She's watching her sister now. Her sister's falling in love. So she's just looking over them, watching them. And then there's the whole thing. She still doesn't know where she's going or ending up.
Yeah.
And then there's the other thing. She's starting to feel hate for the man who did murder her.
As I think
like,
one
is
would.
this going to, how is this, he's getting more confident because he feels he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
That's bothering her. But so she's like narrating some of this internal struggle that people are having too, and it's wonderful
Yeah,
performance.
she's really
Very
good. At that. Yeah, that was actually
So
one of mine.
yeah, I really
I'll
that
piggyback
one's it's a great. It's not a start for her, but it is at the
Oh
beginning.
yeah,
of
so
her
yeah,
thing.
and she's
And it's a
so
wonderful.
being so young to be able to bring such depth to that, and like you said, her face just
Yeah,
change on a
Very
dime, just really
expressive.
expressive. Yeah, I'm
And-
sorry. So that's one of mine. But
and
go ahead.
she's
keep
she's
going.
very good even at that earlier age. She's an actor who's got a great ear, and so obviously a lot younger, but sort of similar to Meryl Streep. She seems to be able to handle an accent very well.
Yeah.
Can pick it up and adapt and stuff. So that was my first pick, The Lovely Bones. The second one is a movie where it's hard to say. Not that much is happening in a certain way, but it's a lovely story, but tremendously acted out in Brooklyn.
Okay.
The movie is Brooklyn. She plays, her character is Ailish. If you see it written out, it looks like Ellis, but it's Ailish.
Yeah.
And
It's in her contract.
it's in a contract.
I need
right.
a name that's going to be.
I need a
really,
Celtic
really,
name that no one's going to be
no
able to
one
pronounce.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Screw you, Anglo-Saxons. We're going to go Celtic.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever you say, or Gaelic, whatever it is. And so she leaves Ireland. She has an opportunity. She leaves Ireland. It's like 1950, 51. It's post-World War II. She comes over, and first of all, this movie is all her. She's almost in every single second of every single scene. And it's this wonderful performance because once again, her face, you feel it. It's so emotional. She is so homesick at the beginning. Like everybody, her sister, who she's very close to, and her mother, they're still in Ireland. She's able to come, and she moves to Brooklyn. I wonder if that's why they named it that. Yeah, it could be. You never know. And she's just, she's so homesick, but she knows she's driven to, she wants to make a success in the new world, and she gets a job at a department store. She does all the right things. She lives in an Irish American boarding house, so many of the girls there are Irish, and it's just wonderful. But then there's the thing, she falls in love.
That'll get you every time.
It does, and so once again, very emotional. So she falls in love, and then she gets terrible news. Her sister has passed away, so she has to go back. But she's really not so sure if she goes back, what's she going to find, but is she going to stay? Is she going to want to go back to the U.S.? And so she goes back for a little bit, ends up being a little longer. She meets a man over there, and now she's conflicted. I won't give the ending away because the movie's not that long ago, but it's a wonderful performance. It's just, she just lays it all out there. It's just tremendous. She's, like I said, this is all her. I mean, there's some great cinematography, great directing, great writing, but it's very the whole movie is kind of understated, but her performance, she's tremendous.
Now, what's number 3?
That's Brooklyn. 3 is a not a very big role, but a very good role, and the Grand Budapest Hotel. She plays Agatha, and she works at a bakery, and she is. It's a Wes Anderson movie, and there's a lot of fun things, silly things, goofy things going on, but there is the part that she's in is I'm not going to say more serious, but she's very brave. She's trustworthy. She's dependable. She's faithful.
Stalwart.
She is
Stalwart. What's the word I'm thinking? Oh, I can say Saoirse.
Saoirse,
I can't say stalwart. Why can't I say that word? Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's like swashbuckling for me. Most of the time I'll screw that word up. Although I
It's
do
like-
think I just said it correctly there, but most of the time
it's
I
like-
won't get it right.
Benedict Cumberbatch trying to say penguin. He can't say it. It's so
Can't
funny
say
to see.
penguin.
Yeah, he
All
can't
right.
say penguin.
How often does that come up in a movie?
I don't know. He was narrating a thing and he wasn't able to say it.
Oh.
But anyway, so,
So,
yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, she's
she's
very
the
funny.
baker. She's got to smuggle pastry into prison, and it's silly, but she plays it so well, as they all do. Very, very straightforward. They're like,
Oh yeah, and
they
that's
are
the
playing
humor
for
of
laughs.
those. Right.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing about a Wes Anderson
Yeah,
movie. It's just
exactly.
like I need you to be doing something totally ridiculous, but I need you to be invested in it. Like
you are going to be so
100%.
sincere about
Exactly.
this. I got it.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
Exactly,
she's wonderful.
Yeah, that
And
was also
she's just great in that, as everybody is in that
Yeah.
movie.
yeah.
But,
All right, wow. So you
yeah,
took
I
two
love
of mine.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
two.
I had Grand Budapest, and I had
Lovely Bones,
Lovely
maybe.
Bones. Yeah, I always want to say Mystic River for that movie. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Lovely Bones and Grand Budapest. Yeah, so
I did not
she
know
is. Yeah, Lovely Bones. I can't say any more than I've already said about it. She's super intense. She's just it's
that. Yeah.
her face. You're right, and yeah, same thing with Grand Budapest Hotel, where she's in this ensemble thing, and that's like I said, one of the great things about a Wes Anderson movie. It's just like you're going to be doing something that is completely ridiculous,
Yeah.
but you are going to be so earnest, and you're going to play it for real. There's not going to be any like.
Yeah.
You know, wink at the. There's
Winking
not any,
at the
you're just
camera,
gonna be
breaking
very-
the fourth wall.
Yeah,
you do
exactly.
it.
I recently watched Moonrise Kingdom again, and that was
I love that
one
one.
of
I love
those
them all.
things where that was similar type of thing where everybody's just so earnest, and yeah, that's a great Wes Anderson movie, and she's a fun part of such a big ensemble. So that brings me to my third quickly. It makes it so much easier when you do the first two of mine. I am going to say Lady Bird.
Okay.
Oh God, she's so great in that. She's so determined, and but there's a nice vulnerability. I think that Greta Gerwig gets a great performance out of her, and I think that she plays like this typical American teenager, just so great, to the point where we've all been teenagers and we've all wanted to throw ourselves out of a car at some point because our mothers would just not leave us alone.
Actually, a lot of people have told me they wanted to throw you out of the car, which that wasn't necessary. Who needs to say
But
that?
it's understandable.
Understandable.
Spend
Is it
more
necessary
than a
to
little
say
bit
it?
of time with me. So yeah, I get a lot of that. So but yeah, but she's great. It's believable, especially seeing like all the serious kind of more grown up stuff that she's done. To see her play, I mean, she's played people her age, but this is like playing someone that is like her emotional level as well, like as this this high school kid.
Yeah.
And she's so much fun to watch. She really is. She's really cool in interviews too. I just have to say, she's like, I've seen her do interviews and stuff, and she just seems like a really cool person. So it's nice to see that someone that you dig in the movies, and then you see them kind of being a person. It's just like they're kind of cool. So those are my
Very good.
my three. Saoirse Ronan.
You're out of your three we both agreed on Lovely Bones. It's sad because it's like a coming of age movie that she doesn't get to
she
come
doesn't
of
get
age.
to. Yeah.
But when you got Lady Bird, everything's it's gonna work.
So,
that sort of thing.
Animated.
Yeah, we had a question.
Yeah.
A viewer / listener, Debbie, posed the question.
Yeah, an animated Something that's been done in a movie is
animated
right.
TV.
I've got a good example, an example of a good one, and an example of a bad one.
I have in my head a good example. Bad one, there's probably
Okay.
two, but go ahead.
Example of a bad one: the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Sucked. All right, so I'm not even going to talk much more about it.
Or
Okay.
Scooby-Doo. I'm
Oh,
going
no.
to throw in there've been a few of them, though.
Were you going to say Scooby-Doo?
As
No, I thought Scooby-Doo was amazing.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
loved Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
I thought Scooby-Doo was so great. Yes, I loved
Glad
it.
to hear.
I thought it was
Tell me more.
fantastic. No, I just
No,
loved it.
seriously.
I
go
thought
ahead.
it was really funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. I mean, that was perfect. It was so much fun. We watched that movie to death when my kids were little. We watched that all the time. I love that movie. I thought it was fantastic.
Very good.
So-
okay.
So yeah, you
My example was of a
Of a-
not so good one.
yeah,
Would be the Flintstones.
yeah.
Um,
No, it wasn't a not so good one. It was
oh
terrible.
yeah. And
It
then there
sucked.
are like other ones like Underdog was done.
Yeah, but that was. But here's the thing. That was done like CGI.
Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
I don't really count
Yeah.
that.
And like I didn't care for Scooby Doo, but it wasn't at the bottom.
Teenage
but
Mutant
my
Ninja
six-
Turtles, I wouldn't
yeah.
count that either because that's
Oh,
like
yeah, you're right.
superheroes.
Yeah.
So that's a whole.
I
other
I'm
thing.
gonna say that one of the few that I'll say was successful. How successful, I don't know,
Right.
but within that little world, I'd say Popeye was probably
Popeye
the
was
most successful.
Yeah, that was
went
big.
animated too.
Yeah, I saw that in
and
the
it was a
theater, I
Robert
remember that.
Altman movie,
Right,
which is like
weird.
really
big
interesting.
director. It
You're
was
like,
Robin Williams'
really?
first big movie.
And I'll be honest, I'm not. We've not so
You
much
don't
on
like Robin
camera.
Williams. I can't wait for Robin
But
Williams
like
to come
we
out.
haven't, I don't talk too much on camera about it, but I've talked to you about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I just have problems, which I can go into some other time about Robin Williams. But I did
I
say,
did not like Robin
I
Williams.
did say at the time he was the only one at that time. This is like 1980.
Yeah.
We didn't have like whatever Jim Carrey or anybody else yet. He was the only one who ever could have played Popeye.
Yeah. Oh.
And make it like, because it's live
Yeah,
action.
oh, yeah.
So it's not like you go, oh, we'll just use his
And
voice.
it looked good too. Like they
Yeah.
really created the world.
That whole-
That's
that-
a really
that
good
whole
example of a
universe.
good one. Other examples of bad ones are the Dr. Seuss stuff, the Grinch with Jim
Oh,
Carrey,
the live action
Cat
ones.
in the Hat
they're
with,
terrible.
with Mike
Mike
Myers.
Myers.
Yeah, those were
Yeah.
really, really
Oh,
terrible.
yeah. There's some
yeah,
not
those
so
are
good
terrible.
ones.
So.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, there's some. Yeah, so folks, if you've got a question, let us know. What do
Yeah.
what do you have for animated that was done badly as another thing? So let's bucket this
Yeah.
bucket. I hope it's Robin. I hope it's Robin Williams.
Yeah, good
I
name.
can't wait for Robin Williams to come up in this thing. To be honest, so
If Robin
oh,
Williams
something
does come up, I'm
There
just
you
gonna go with Ethan Hawke movies.
he's gonna call in sick that day.
I bet.
Yeah, so
Well,
he'll just be you
So
said you'll
Corky,
just
Corky, you'll be filling in.
You'll
for
be
me.
just like my three movies are Dead Poets Society. That's it.
You got
Yeah.
Well, World According to Garp would be up there too.
That was really good. So, all right, folks, that's it for us. We'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe. Check out the podcast, and
we got merch too.
We got merch.
Take care. Bye bye.